Cruising through the city, feeling so alive. Just me and my GOAT power bike on a smooth ride. Climbing up a hill, now it ain't no big deal. GOAT power makes you feel so real. Taking on the trails, everything feels new. GOAT power bikes, they always pull you through. GOAT power makes you feel so real. GOAT power makes you feel so real.
Alright y'all, welcome back to another episode of Riding with Goats. I'm your man, OMG, that's right, Old Man Goat. Give me some of that fist bump, all that. So nice to see you all. Wow, it's been a pretty long week. I've had a lot of stuff living kind of rent-free in my head for a few days. And I know the title, Dirty Cloth Principle. What's this old guy talking about, right? Well, we're going to unpack that on the ride. But for now, I think I would like to discuss maybe a new direction we're pedaling, our multifunctional vehicle. Yeah, it's capability of being powerful, and it also has the capability of just pedaling where pedaling vehicles go. And without having to worry about that too much, let's just talk about where this channel will be pedaling towards from here on out. Not everybody's going to be ready for this type of topic during the ride along, and that's all right. There are plenty of other channels out there. You got the Bike Cave, Ben, you got Alex at Maximum Charge, you got Tail Happy TV, you got Shoot the Chit, then you got guys like John Hicks, the legend, you got Saronster, Raw Stunts. You got a lot of other channels out there that you can go ahead and get your e-bike fix however you would like to get it, if the topics from here on out aren't being guided in a way that you're ready for it, and that's okay. But just know I'll always be here when you are ready, for maybe at least an insight into whatever the peace of mind that I've found. So I know that I can't play certain songs. Of course, they get copyrighted, but most importantly, they won't be put out to certain territories because of the message within the song. So I'm not going to put the song in here, and it's by Andrew Rip. I'll leave a link in the comments to a good video with the lyrics. He'll probably do it better than me, but I would like to read a few lines. Maybe I can get the lines out without that affecting where the content goes in the world, right? So... and this, again, will probably help people know right where we're going with the channel. And it's okay if you'd like to watch something else. To do this early, that's why we don't have much light on set. But, all right, so let me go ahead and read this, and maybe me reading it won't count as, a way for them to keep it from going places. I still remember the bread and the wine, knowing that I'd soon give up my life. The ache of betrayal, the kiss of a friend. Child, if I had to, I'd do it again. I still remember the sting of the thorns, the weight of the cross that my shoulders bore, the sound of the nails when they pierced through my skin. And child, if I had to, I'd do it again. 'Cause there's no distance too far, no pain too great. There's no grave too dark, no hell I won't face. The proof that it's finished is here in my hands. I know I don't have to, child, but oh, for you, I'd do it again and again. So that in itself should represent the direction that we're going. She keeps nudging me, y'all. I mean, every time I move, she's like, let's go. But just so you have the courtesy of knowing before you started watching the video 15-20 minutes in. That's where we're going to go with this, and I'm going to explain and unpack the dirty cloth principle. And you probably know where I'm pedaling towards, but we're going to need to get our safety gear on. So why don't you join me and let's ride. All right, y'all, we are back on our King Goat from Goat Power Bikes. Thanks for hanging out and making it to the actual ride. I'm hitting your like button. Let's go. All right, it's a beautiful day here today in Knoxville, Tennessee. We are going to do what we talked about on the intro, and we are going to unpack this package that we've brought to y'all. And you know, it is kind of an odd title, Dirty Cloth Principle, right? I mean, odd title. But we'll get started talking about this dirty cloth principle, y'all. Thanks again for showing up for the ride with the old man. So the way that I look at this is and it got me thinking about it all week, where I was just all in my own head. If you've ever used any type of cloth to clean anything in any kind of way, you could probably relate the activity of using the cloth over and over again to what life can do to you at times, right? Because I'm sure there's a lot of us out there who have experienced these moments where life has probably in some way, shape, or form, no matter how hard you've tried, let me get over the bumps, you know, no matter how hard you really have tried to give it all you got, all right? You know, you're made of a really good fabric, and you know that when things are when you're in a state of being of cleanliness, right, a clean rag cleans better. And if you've ever, like, say, washed a car, we'll use that as an example, or washed a sink full of dishes, you use that cloth and you use it for the whole task, and you know that it's a good cloth, but every time, the more you use it, the dirtier it becomes, the dirtier that it stays, you know, and there's really only one way, right? Because it doesn't matter how many times you dip it down in that bucket of dirty water, you still end up with a cloth that is working really hard for you, and it's trying to do its job to change something else for the better, but yet it's still got some fragments of soot or whatever, food, whatever you're cleaning, right? And isn't that kind of what the world can do to us, to our souls, right? You can do your best to try and make things better, and what you don't realize is that it takes really clean water. It takes the purest of water to clean the dirtiest of cloth. And it's not just a one and done, right? This isn't get a shot, lose the weight, one pill done, Ozempic. cut that out. Yeah. This guy can go up there. We've never tried that. We're gonna pause this. We've never tried going across there. Bicycles can do it. Maybe for the next trip, y'all. But yeah, so we were talking about it takes the purest of water to clean the dirtiest of cloths. And it doesn't just take one rinse of water for it to be done. You really have to wring it, right? And then you wring it, and then you rinse it again with that pure, clean water, and then you wring it. And that's kind of what happens in life, right? You're doing all that you can, but life's still just wringing you and wringing you and wringing you. And what you don't realize is that you're not being filled first with the purest and cleanest of water. Because of that, you don't get clean. You still have the fragments of soot of whatever has happened in the world that week, that month. Sorry, safety check. All right, so here we are riding the same speed a bicycle would ride. So we are a bicycle. But anyway, you keep getting wrung over and over by the world, but yet you just keep dipping the cloth in that bucket because you're trying really hard to push through it, right? And you just don't realize that without the right water in the first place, the purest and cleanest of water first, then you're never going to end up with the purest and cleanest waters coming out of you in order for you to affect something else. And that's where a lot of things in this world need the direction that we will begin to pedal. And I hope that it's not going to throw too many of you off. I really like hanging out with y'all, talking in the comments, and I'm not going to jam nothing down your throat. I'm just going to express the things that I have felt for that week. And again, if it's not for you, that's all right. But we must remember that you're never going to get clean of the fragments of all the messes that you've cleaned. You're never going to get clean from that unless you're being rinsed with fresh and pure water. Without the fresh and pure water, you're just spreading whatever fragments of the messes of the world have left on you. So that, I guess, would help to familiarize folks with the dirty cloth principle. And now, if there's anything else of particular you would like me to discuss, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm going to leave the link to Andrew Rip's song I do it again. I'll leave that pinned in the comments for anybody who wants to hear the really good version of it. Because the old man ain't no singer. Now we're just going to ride. Alright y'all, we are here at Bearden High School. How did we get here, right? We don't know how we got here. We're all the way on the other side of town. Appreciate y'all riding along with me. Let me stop screaming. I'll turn off this music. As I said, we're here, Bearden High School. Let's go Bearden. Let me know in the comments if anybody went to Bearden High School. Appreciate you making it all the way to this part of the video. Again, I'm gonna hit your like button. Let's go. So right now there's no school. It's been spring break. Just get this shot. Let's go. No different than a bicycle here. That's all we're doing. We're gonna ride right into the school. We're not gonna ride right into the school. It would be a good, it would make for good cinematography, you know, if there's lockers there and they're just going, but I know we're not allowed to do that, so we are just going to ride around these schools. Let me know if this is your school. Bearden High School, class of 2013 senior gift. Bulldog. Huh. Alright. I hope you all find a way, somehow, shape, or form to get some version of cleaner water in order to help rinse you clean while the world is ringing you and ringing you and ringing you, because I know that you're made of good fabric and I know that you can do wonderful things. You just got to remember where it starts. So we are here, it's quiet. Again, this is one of the things that we do on the channel, is we explore places where most people aren't, right? Because again, this is such a bad little beast that we got here. This transforming Swiss Army knife. You know, it's really dangerous. Just like anything, though, that has slight amounts of power. You know, they can be dangerous. It's really just about how you use them, right? So we're just trying to use them appropriately and show everybody that it's okay. We're not here to stir up any kind of trouble, but this, y'all, might be the spot for our hydration break. Bearden High School football field. We're going to take us a break, y'all. Stay hydrated. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. We didn't slam the whole thing, but we drank a lot of it. This is Bearden High School football field. Let's go Bulldogs. Don't think that we can ride down there, so let's get back on the ride. All right. As cool as it would be for us to be able to get down there and ride our bike, people aren't going to let us, because this is more than a bike, right? More than a bike. All right, Bearden High School, y'all. Go Bulldogs. We have a couple of minutes left until we need to be where we're supposed to be. And if I've got a couple of minutes before I need to be somewhere that I need to be, what better to do than hang out with you all? Look at this. What a beautiful day, y'all. What a beautiful day. Can't really see the pitch through there. But alright, we are sitting on 90%, y'all. Home of the national champions. Let's go. Soccer. We could probably ride down there, but we're not. We're not out here trying to flare up any Karens, y'all. That is not the deal. Nor are we trying to confuse others with our Swiss Army knife. See, now nobody's here. I guess maybe if you were, you know, doing wheelies, but it's really still, I guess, you know, such a bad thing. So bad. So don't do wheelies. And don't do wheelies in public, right? Maybe private, but not public. The public can't handle it. You can't handle the truth.
The truth! You can't handle the truth!
Alright, so there is a little bit of a sidewalk here, so we will utilize that. The question is, how far does it go, right? Not too bad. I see it. I see another sidewalk traveler. We're definitely staying within. See, like some of those bicycles though going down a hill like this, they would probably just be flying down this, right? That wouldn't be the appropriate way to deal with this kind of an interchange, right? Last thing you want is to come out here and try to, in any way, shape, or form, make someone afraid of you. We're not out here for that. It's a beautiful day. We're out here for that. It's quite simple, actually. But some people have to complicate it. Because again, we're still staying within our what a bicycle would do on this, because there's nothing wrong with being a BMXer who has a bicycle that he pedals around town that he free rides on. What's wrong with being a BMXer, right? Shouldn't be hating on that. And I think we'll find out. All right. Take us a little. All right, so just doing a little bit of picture man check. Picture man check. We are good with the picture man. So we're just going to see how far this sidewalk goes. I don't really think it goes all the way. In fact, I think I'm running out of it already. Look at that. That fast. That fast, they say. Sidewalk traveler. no more. Now we will try to locate. I've never been out here on the bike, y'all. This is another part of East Tennessee that you'll see. There's lots of hilly, curvy roads where range becomes something that you question when you get really far away from the shack. And this will be, so far, I would say the furthest that I've gone. Now don't get me wrong, I've got a ride. Mrs. Old Man is over here with the truck, so we will be alright. Alright, y'all, we have made it back to the shack. I appreciate y'all hanging out for another ride with the old man. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments. Comment dirty cloth principle. If you do that, you're letting me know that you're my people. And I appreciate you all this past year. It's been about a year. I think we just celebrated the 1-year anniversary of the channel the other day. So it's been a long year, but this is what we've got. The King Goat, we've kind of settled on that. Our little Swiss Army knife here. We're gonna go ahead and end this vid. Appreciate y'all riding along. See you on the next vid.